Hi, I'm Eileen Higginbotham with the Schaumburg-Hoffman Rotary Club. Thank you, thank you. In the winter of 2016, 4 people sat around my kitchen table dreaming about a butterfly garden for the CAC. One of those dreamers is here with me today. Well, 2 of them, my husband Lou and Bonnie McCullough. And then we reached out to the village, talked to Mayor McLeod, reached out to a friend of mine who had a landscaping company, and worked it out that the dream could become a reality. And with the donations that my friend was able to get and the money that Rotary put in, by 2017, and the mayor making things move quickly for us, by 2017, the garden this same week launched. It was planted. So we're seven summers today. This garden is built as a sanctuary, as a place of peace and a place of hope. And that's what we hope it is for the clients that come here to the CAC. And just as the Monarchs travel their long journey, our hope for the children and the families that are nurtured and cared for by the CAC is that they will find in this garden part of their journey for healing. And it is a journey for healing. It's kind of a crooked journey a lot of times too, isn't it, Melanie? I want to, before I talk about celebration, just say thank you to Mayor Bill McLeod for being here today and having this whole event put together in the Monarch Initiative and working with Rotary so closely. We also have a representative, Charlie Vaughn, from Representative Michelle Mussman's office with us today. And of course, Melanie Pignotti, who's the director of the CAC. Chief Crowley, we have to recognize you. Rotarians, would you give us a wave, please? And some of our new friends from the Sustainability Committee, Kimberly Mulford back there, wave, and Ned from the Carpenters Union, and some of the other guys that have recently become what we call butterfly buddies, or if you're here on one of our Saturday cleanups, better known as weed warriors, because that's what we do. Now, today we are here to celebrate. Just as the banners proclaim all along Roselle Road, did you see those? We celebrate the village of Hoffman Estates. We celebrate the return of the Monarchs, which have honored us with their presence today. And we celebrate the Children's Advocacy Center. And we celebrate the 7th summer of this butterfly garden. Now in Rotary, we also celebrate people of action. So Mayor McLeod, if you would come here, and Kimberly, Ned, Jennifer, we have a little present for you guys. What's a birthday party without presents, right? Right? So we have People of Action t-shirts, if you would hold these up. Ned?
Thank you.
Jen?
Thank you.
And where's the mayor's? His must still be in there. Okay. This one's the mayor's.
Yep.
There's yours.
I'm already sweating
And, oh, I think I put his, oh, here's yours, Bill. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
This is yours, John. Okay. It takes a while sometimes to sort it out. So these are folks that have really dedicated themselves to helping us build this garden and maintain it. So as I said, this is a celebration, and these are your 7-year birthday presents from the Rotary Club. And now we're going to pass the mic over to the director of the CAC. Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, Eileen. I'm Melanie Pignotti. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Children's Advocacy Center of North and Northwest Cook County. This is our main location here in Hoffman Estates. We provide essential trauma-informed services to victims of abuse and other crimes against children for 38 communities across the north and northwest suburbs, including forensic interviews during criminal investigations, victim advocacy during the investigation and prosecution, as well as therapy services. As Eileen mentioned, our garden has continued to grow over the last 7 summers. It's actually as old as I am at this center. And I was here the first time and asked to speak, and I did all this research about what each flower meant and how it had healing powers for trauma. So I won't repeat all of that, but this is just such a nice sanctuary and space for our clients to come either during, after their cases as we're in and out of the house over here. In addition to benefiting clients, it actually benefits our staff quite a lot as well. We can see it through all of these lovely windows. I can see it, my parking spot's right there. Every morning I come in, and I just told Eileen the other day, it's gorgeous. Every time I pull up, it's just makes me smile. Its beauty is great. We've hosted staff lunches out here. It was a space during the pandemic we could all gather safely. So thank you to the Rotary Club. We appreciate our garden, and now we see butterflies all over the place. As you can see, there's bricks. This is an ongoing fundraiser for our center. If you'd like to spread the word, you can buy a brick. If you're interested, you can talk to Megan Taylor on the development team. And if you look behind, there's 2 very large white hearts. Those are left over from our Healing Hearts campaign several years ago. They were delivered unexpectedly out of storage. So if anyone's interested in being super creative with a heart, they are for sale, $1,000 or best offer. So with that said, I would like to introduce Kimberly Mulford, community resident and Monarch expert. Kimberly.
I wanted to thank everyone for coming out, and most of the people who are in this crowd have had a lot to do with either the garden and or Monarch education. So I want to sort of call some people out. Our Monarchs are, I'm going to say this very carefully, in danger. They are not actually endangered, whatever you may have read last year. That was false information. And if you really want me to bend your ear for 20 minutes, I will do that. But they're not actually endangered. The only group that can do that is the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife. And if you look it up, they're not on that list yet. So we are doing a great deal of education. And just about everything that I was taught by friends at the Spring Valley Nature Center. Please raise your hands, all of you who are part of that. And have been tons of people, and it's a cycle. It just comes back and keeps on giving. And so people have taught people who then teach people who then teach people. And I also want to mention that the kids who are here in the orange t-shirts, please step forward to the middle, or even come up here with me for just 1 second. Come up here, please. And they're all shy. They just learned this week, in the last 4 days, everything that I could tell them about monarchs in 1 hour, which is not much. So they're shy. Anyway, thank you. So, and they have committed, along with those wonderful parents. Thanks, parents. Raise your hands. That's really important. They have committed to 3 weeks of training with me, and you just have no idea what we're getting into. So, and after that, then they will be fully, quote unquote, certified to not only take care of monarchs in my backyard, and perhaps they'll go volunteer at Spring Valley Nature Center, but they will also attend events like these. And we have numerous events where we do monarch releases for general education. So we're going to do that. I cannot get away from this without mentioning that a large portion of the Sustainability Commission of Hoffman Estates, the Village of Hoffman Estates, is here. If you guys would raise your hands or maybe come up here. And Aaron is not raising his hand, but okay, but he is our village liaison, and we appreciate him. So I just want to talk about one more thing, and that is that even though this was 7 years old as a garden, that it is now officially a Monarch way station. So I'm going to pass this out. Thank you. If you could take that one. Thank you. So this is actually this is officiated by the University of Kansas, and you have to fill out a pretty complicated application, I'd say, and you have to have certain square footage, and you have to talk about not using pesticides and all that sort of thing. So it is a big deal, and it's a commitment over time to make sure that we are welcoming the insects for whom we put all this together for. So that's one thing. Thank you very much. I'll give you one more thing. We have a, can you
Yeah,
pull
that makes
out?
sense.
We also put together, Eileen and I put together a wall of photography inside the CAC. No, you go ahead. The mayor can hold that. It's a wall of photography where, yeah, this is to invite the clients who are here on their journey to understand that this is here for you. And otherwise, they lots of times just don't know that it's here. So it explains what it's here for and that all these benches are here and it's maintained by the Rotary Club. And it is for you. So there's that. So thank you. And then, now that we've done all that and I have the mayor standing here next to me, it is his turn to read the Monarch Pledge Day Proclamation.
Okay, can trustees Stanton, Canane come up too? Trustee Gary Stanton and Trustee Patrick Canane are with me here today. We also have our distinguished Fire Chief Alan Wax is here, and many members of our Sustainability Commission. This is a proclamation from the Village of Hoffman Estates. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas the monarch butterfly is an iconic North American species whose multi-generational migration and metamorphosis from caterpillar to butterfly has captured the imagination of millions of Americans. Whereas both the western and eastern monarch populations have seen significant declines with less than 1% of the western monarch population remaining, while the eastern population has fallen by as much as 90%. Whereas the Village of Hoffman Estates, Illinois and the Village's Sustainability Commission recognizes that human health ultimately depends on well-functioning ecosystems and that biodiverse regions can better support food production, healthy soil and air quality, and can foster healthy connections between humans and wildlife. Whereas, in partnership with the Schaumburg-Hoffman Estates Rotary Club and local volunteers, the Village of Hoffman Estates ensures the viability and sustainability of an established butterfly garden on the grounds of the Children's Advocacy Center on Illinois Boulevard. Whereas every resident of Hoffman Estates can make a difference for the monarch by planting native milkweed and nectar plants to provide habitat for the monarch and pollinators in locations where people live, learn, play, worship, and learn. Be it therefore resolved that I, William D. McLeod, acting under and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of this great Village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaim Thursday, July 13th, 2023, as Mayor's Monarch Pledge Day in the Village of Hoffman Estates, and we urge everyone to join in its observance. Now, why don't we all sing happy birthday to the butterfly garden? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear butterfly garden. Happy birthday to you. Thank you all for coming. This is a great crowd. And thanks for the Sustainability Commission and the Rotary and everybody who's volunteered for this. Thank you so much. Oh, all right.
So, Mayor, we do have some butterflies, but before any release, I want to recognize the Carpenters local who donated the lumber for repairing the bench this year.
Nice.
And John Turp and I put the bench together. It didn't take long to do, but we appreciate their support and paying for the material. So, Mayor, if you want to hold the cage, I'm going to take one out and touch it to your hand. I don't know if you've ever felt one on your hand.
Yes,
It almost feels like
at my
Velcro.
house.
Yep.
Is this a boy or a girl?
Looks like a boy.
And they have all been tested so that they are healthy. We only release the healthy ones.
And I'll let this one go. Actually, this is the one that we may have trouble with. I'm going to put it on the flower.
Yep. Some of them just don't want to fly right away. Oh yeah,
So
he's hungry.
what I want to recognize too is the 3 children that were volunteering to or becoming ambassadors for Monarch Butterflies. We do these releases at Spring Valley twice a day. So if they would come up.
Sure. Sure, come on.
please?
There's all of the ones that just arrived too,
Yeah.
please.
So this is a girl butterfly. I'm trying not to hold it very tight. Hold your arm out like this. And this is a girl. So do you have a girl's name for this butterfly?
Ella.
Ella. So this is Ella. And your name is Ola?
Yes.
So Ola named Ella. And hopefully Ella flies away.
Hope so. It's my granddaughter's name.
And it is a girl.
Wonderful.
So the way you tell if the butterfly is a boy or a girl is there's a scent gland on the top of its hind wing.
And all of that is over here.
Oh,
and
There he goes.
all of the ambassadors can explain all of that information which is on this table. They're all fully trained now, and they can let you
Okay,
know
this
about
is a
that.
boy butterfly. I can tell from the underside of the wing because it's got a blemish there on one of the veins. In the fall, we put stickers on them, and there's something called the mitten. It looks exactly like a mitten on the butterfly, and that's where the tag would go. So, Sophia, this is a boy butterfly. Do you have a name for your boy butterfly?
Max.
Max.
All right, next.
And you can see the dots.
One last one.
No, there's two.
Oh, it's two. Yeah.
All right. I don't have a name tag on your shirt. What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, can you come up here? This looks to be a boy also.
Rebecca
It's
is our
very,
youngest ambassador.
very faint blemish on there. So it's a boy butterfly, Rebecca. Do you have a name for your boy butterfly?
Sophie.
There goes Sophie. As a boy.
That's all right.
And there was one more.
Can you're an
She
ambassador?
disappeared.
She's an ambassador.
She's an ambassador.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Caitlin.
Caitlin? This is a boy again. So do you have a boy's name for your butterfly?
Yeah, I'll name it Matthew.
Matthew. So if you turn slowly, people can see the dots on the top of its lower wing.
Thank you.
So that was the last butterfly that we have to release today. At Spring Valley, we do it twice a day at 11:15 and 3 o'clock. And I have to recognize Carol Johnson. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be involved at all in this. Retiring as a carpenter, I didn't think I'd ever be doing anything with butterflies when I retired.